What is 25 years too old for? The swing with the leg holes at the park, sad face. Not cleaning up after yourself. Too young to die. And too old to eat off the kids' menu. What a stupid age. For starting a career as a competitive gymnast. Temper tantrum. Looking down on stuff you liked as a teen because you're too old for it. What is the most overrated sitcom of all time? Looks like BuzzFeed has their article for next week. The one with the not-so-smart working-class guy who is married to the hot wife who is way out of his league and lives down the street from his parents. Oh wait, that's most of them. Mac and CHEESE. Anyone else despise laugh tracks? That one you like so much, edit. Wow. Thanks for the awards, guys. Whatever Chuck Lorre syndicated sitcom is on at the moment. The laugh tracks even sound like a toilet flushing. What actor or actress was the most perfectly cast role in film or television? Patrick Stewart as Professor X. Even as a kid reading the comics and watching the cartoon, I just pictured him as Professor X. It almost felt inevitable. Patrick Stewart as Picard actually gets better and better as years go on too. Anthony Hopkins, Silence of the Lambs. Kathy Bates as Annie Wilkes in Misery. Nobody else could touch that role. I can't imagine anyone else playing Doc Brown except for Christopher Lloyd. How about Kurtwood Smith on that 70s show? Loves, hates his family perfectly. What's the best non-alcoholic way to make a party crazy and fun? Rent out go-karts. Some of the best adult parties I've been to are kids' parties after the kids fall asleep. If you want to see adults playing like kids and laughing their asses off, rent a giant bouncy slide in one of those carnival games with the spinning ladder. Let a few piglets loose in the house. I invited a few couples over. Some of them pretty religious and don't drink. But we played adult Mad Libs. It was hilarious seeing them break out of their shells and just belly laugh at some of the things we all would come up with in that game. Get a giant roll of blank paper, like the back of wrapping paper, and tape it to the back of the bathroom door. Hang a Sharpie marker near it. Everybody who uses the bathroom gets to anonymously write graffiti. Make it themed, like it has to be poems. Or for a good time call, _____. Or as a host. Don't say a word and see what happens naturally. When I was in college, we did this and some comments turned out to be effing insanely hilarious. Cards. Board games. Karaoke. Games like Mario Kart or VR games. Building competition. Jenga. Dominoes. Gingerbread houses. Toothpicks and marshmallows. Hot pot dinners. Appetizer party. Make your own pizza party. Tie-dye. Costume party. Gift competition. Shrinky dinks. Pictionary. Marbles. Jacks. Working out. Games like Mafia. Among Us. Who's the Killer? Murderville. Full virgin bar for fancy DIY sober drinks. Book club. Rage music with lights and glow sticks and streamers. Dance party. Guitar Hero. Yoga. Cookie icing competition. Your mom. Mind puzzles. Wooden puzzles. Iron puzzles. Ext. Amateur stand up. Campfire story sharing. Jigsaws puzzles. And everything in between. What would make you immediately quit Reddit for good? Having to use my real name and photo. Still a big no for me. Unskippable ads. A subscription. Having to use personally identifying information. Having something better to do. That Pete Davidson Taco Bell ad almost did it for me. What's the worst thing you've stepped on with bare feet? A slug. It was slimy. A dead baby bird. Rusty nail. Can still visualize myself looking down at the wound as a kid and being fascinated that there was a Hole in my foot. Hot vomit. I'll take Legos any day over someone's fresh puke. Edit. I'm talking about human vomit. The horror of jumping out of your bed to a crying child in the middle of the night and having your feet splash in fresh, hot puke is beyond compare. Emo. Old. Cold. Pet puke doesn't bother me. Upside down plug top. A dead bee. Like really? I actually got stung by walking on a dead bee. What should people be more afraid of? Poor sleep. People like to joke about it. But conditions like sleep apnea and such have been shown to potentially remove years off one's life expectancy. Poor sleep is really not good. Water. It's so easy to drown. Much easier than you think. Plus, drowning people don't flail around. They go silent. I read a horrifying story about a girl who saw her father and toddler brother pass away silently in front of her due to drowning. Antibiotic resistance. How much sugar is added to our diet? Underwater currents. Shit can turn bad really fast. Diabetes. How do you like your coffee? I like my coffee how I like my men. Inside of me. If it's good coffee, black. But if it's bad, I'll add cream to disguise the. Subscribe, my brothers.